Evening, everybody. Welcome to another episode of GreyBeard Talks To. I'm your host, GreyBeard the Viking. I hope you guys are having a lovely evening tonight. It's a little humid out, but it's not all that bad. I am coming to you live from Milton, Delaware, and the sign behind me, it says Brimming Horn Meadery. A couple minutes to talk about these guys. These guys are fantastic mead makers. They are amongst the best in the country, I'm telling you. Very recently, they just won a few awards for Best in Show with their meads. They have all kinds of different types of meads, and they're actually starting to get into some of the ciders. I got to sample one of their pear ciders the other day, and it was just fantastic. These guys are great. The owner is John Talkington, his partner, JR. These guys are really, really good at what they do. They've only been around for about 3 years, 3.5 years. But man, they are making waves in the mead making industry. One of the coolest thing about these guys, we've known them for a couple years now. We actually participate with their, they hold their own Viking festival. It is called Party, like it's 793. This Viking festival is a 2-day event. It's held right here at the meadery on the grounds, and it is just growing each and every year. Last year we had, so many people. We ran out of space. We didn't have anywhere for people to park. We had to use a lot across the street. So it's gaining traction. It's gaining popularity, and it's such a fun event. We get to come out and we get to have a good time. We get to act like Vikings. We have vendors. They have food. But most importantly, the mead. It is all about their mead, and that stuff is so good. So with that being said, I'm actually going to take you guys in. I'm actually going to take you guys inside.
Bookkeeping.
Oh, I'm sorry. I forgot. Bookkeeping. A couple things tonight. As every week, every time we do this, we have a giveaway. Tonight's giveaway is a free rune reading from the GreyBeard Vulva. She's going to be in the GreyBeard's camp. And she's going to go ahead and do rune reading. So in order to win, in order to participate, all you have to do is make a comment, put a heart, put a frowny face, put a thumbs up, whatever it is, put a hey, how you doing? I don't care. Just make a comment, do something in the comment section, and that will automatically enter you into the contest for winning. And again, it is a free rune reading from the GreyBeard Vulva. Now, as we start heading inside, one of the things that I want to show you is some of the grounds that we have here at the meadery for these guys. We have a space that we have all of the vendors where they get set up, where they do their stuff, and we're going to go ahead and pan the camera around so you can see. So you're going to have to forgive. Yes, we got a bunch of vehicles here. These guys are open for business right now, which is very, very important. That's a very good thing. So if you're close by, it's an hour. It is so worth an hour drive. In fact, I am 2.5 hours away from these guys, and I made the drive just to come get their mead. It is that good. But over in that area, we have all the tents. We have everything set up over there. As we walk around, you're going to see kind of an opening, and this is actually where we have the food. Now, what's different this year compared to last year is they actually have a bike path. So they have a path that the state has come through. There used to be train tracks. There's now this beautiful bike path that people can just ride their bikes. So as the festival continues on, people are actually going to be able to drive by, come in, be a part of the festival, and sit down, get a glass of mead, and then they can just go about their way if they want. So real quickly before we do head inside, I do want to say the party, like it's 793, this year it was canceled because of the COVID pandemic. We are looking at a reschedule for September, but that's tentatively. But after talking to John and after talking to JR, it is 100% go for 2021, the very first weekend of June, and I think it's June 4th and 5th. And again, it's here on the meadery grounds.
First question, we'll do it now.
Sure.
They're camping at the event.
Yes.
Brimming Horn.
Yes, they do. They do allow camping here for the event. Fantastic question. Thanks for asking. So anyway, let's go ahead and let's head inside, and I'll show you around the meadery. Now, I will say now they are busy. They are open. This is a live feed, so there's a lot of things going on right now. So it's a little bit loud in here, but that's going to be okay. So you guys come on in. check this out. So as you notice, I'm actually wearing some of their merch. They have some fantastic stuff. I love their stuff. Up on the wall, we have T-shirts. They sell horns. So the cool thing is, if you don't have a drinking horn and you want to come drink mead, you come here, get your mead, get your horn. Okay, they sell these things here. Walk home with this. Fill it with their mead. I swear, it's so good. The other thing that they have, look at this. Viking Erik's beard balm. Beard oil, beard care products. I use this stuff. I know this guy. I was with him when he invented this. This stuff is fabulous. I use it every day like it's clockwork. Shameless plug for him. I'm going to have to let him know we did this, but yes, look up Rigger Crafts, look up Viking Erik, and get his stuff. It's really, really good. So as we come through, we can see they got a lot of different stuff here. They got a lot of different horns. A lot of really good stuff. So as we come in, so this is the bar. They're our great bartenders.
Promise I'm smiling behind my mask.
I'm going to ask her a question. I'm sorry, can we see a boat?
Absolutely.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Can we see one of the boats?
That is the big one.
So this is the tasting boat. You can taste samples of their mead.
So correct. So when you guys get here, if you don't know what to choose from, because everything they have is so good, it's so difficult to choose, you can get either a small boat, a medium, or a large. And what they'll do is they'll take all of their meads, they'll line them up for you, and they'll allow you to go ahead and do a tasting, and then you can go ahead and pick whatever one you want. For me, I haven't picked a favorite yet because they're all just that good. So as we come here, I have quite a few people with me this evening. Hey guys.
Hey,
Welcome.
fancy meeting you here.
Yeah, imagine that. Welcome to GreyBeard Talks To, again. Let me get all hooked up here. So on our Zoom, we have a familiar face, but we'll talk to him in a few minutes because that's just how we roll.
Yeah.
No.
No? You don't want to hear?
Not mine.
It's fine.
So okay. Anyway, so what I'm going to do is we have a lot of people here tonight. I have a lot of guests with me tonight. I'm going to start with this beautiful man sitting right here. Of course, there's no camera person working the camera right now, so I guess you're not really going to get a close-up of him. But this is Chris Tyler. He's a very good friend of mine. We've known each other for a few years. We've done some fabulous shows together, and we have some history with the guy that's actually on the computer screen. And yeah, good luck tonight because yeah, you might hear a couple things. So the young lady sitting right next to me, this beautiful woman sitting next to me. This is Ervolva. She's been with me the last couple of weeks. She's going to be with us again next weekend.
Keyla.
You forgot to say
We all forgot your name.
Yeah,
I'm by the way,
yeah. This is our resident witch.
You said that wrong.
Yeah.
I did, didn't I?
you said that with purpose.
Anyway, so this is Keyla. Again, she is Ervolva. So tonight, again, our giveaway is actually with her. She's going to be doing another rune reading. So make sure you guys are commenting to win. And then if I can, we have this Irishman that I just can't seem to get rid of.
No.
So here's the
tried to get rid of his today
thing.
in
We
the
did.
beach, yeah.
We did. I don't know if anybody caught the video with Jocelyn. I tried to get him home. We took him to the seashore. We went down to Ocean City. We were on the inlet. We were there by the boardwalk, and I showed him the way home. I really did. He would not. He would not
Ireland is
go.
that way.
Yeah, I kept saying it's that way. It's that way. You
He
gotta
was trying
go.
to get rid of you, wasn't
Yeah.
he?
Yes. Yeah, for sure. And then all of a sudden, Jocelyn looks at it and says, "Hey, the pubs are open."
Uh-huh.
Yeah. Well, we started, but the current was a little too strong, and then we remembered I had to talk to you tonight.
We were halfway
Yeah.
across the Atlantic, and then John says to me, "Oh, hold on, wait, we've got to
Wait,
do a
we
live
have
yeah,
that
So we had to
Olympic.
swim all the way back.
I
Come
know.
back.
Yeah.
So last but not least is Erik, the Everyday Viking. This guy is such an awesome guy. He is a wealth of knowledge, and whenever I can't figure something out in Viking culture, he's the one that we go to. He's the one that we talk to.
And he's going to correct us
And he is-
tonight
he
many
sure is.
times.
Probably.
He sure is, and he's going to tell us how wrong we are and how imbecilic we can be.
Which is
Right?
okay. We like that. We like to be imbecilic.
Mum's the word. Mum's the word. So now that we have all the introductions done, let's talk about the real reason why we're here. Okay.
Oh, that's a reason?
There's a very
I thought we were here to drink.
I know.
that
Here
is
we
a
are.
reason. It is just one reason.
By the
But
way, when we're talking about drink,
oh, absolutely.
I don't have my Angry Orchard, but I have
No.
this. Brimming Horn is making this hard cider. It's a sweet cider. It's absolutely delicious. Very nice. It's a sweet cider, and
So when
I
I-
could be converted.
Absolutely. When we were outside, I was talking about having an opportunity to drink the pear cider.
Yeah, they're going packing next week, so
And
it's very
you can
it's
bring, I
delicious.
didn't know you can have that filled.
We can't see Erik
We
without
don't
a
need to
drink.
see Erik. We just need to hear Erik. He doesn't need to be seen.
I'm kind of like the bad penny in the room.
No, we love you.
So again, the other reason is next week's show, we have a major announcement
Yes.
to drop on everybody. And so you guys really have to make sure you tune in next week, because this is for Vikings Con, and we were able to pull some strings, and we worked a little bit of magic, and I
I
can't
know
wait.
you.
It
I
was-
had to
yes,
work the
Yes, you
magic.
did.
And,
You sure
and
did.
Put, yeah.
You were a very big part of what we were doing.
I
It was
know.
Fantastic. So, but anyway, so our topic tonight that I'd really like to talk about, because each weekend we have a different topic, and then last weekend we were talking about axe throwing, and we talked about a lot about Vikings Con, and then we were talking about the history, and then we talked about cosplaying. So we're going to take some of this stuff and we're going to melt it together for this week's show. So what I want to do this week is actually talk about what everybody's opinion of, what a shield maiden would be, and maybe what a Valkyrie is. And it'd be, I think it's a great topic. So we have our resident historian expert, online with us, who can correct us when we're wrong, because everybody has a vision, everybody has something that they when they hear these things, that okay, they have an image in their head, and I'd love to know what those images are.
Right.
And then we have Erik here, who can actually tell us the real history about what it is and what they do and what they have done.
So it's ladies' night tonight.
It is
so
ladies'
all the
night.
ladies are listening.
Yes, it is absolutely ladies' night tonight. So what I want to do is I'm actually going to kind of kick it over to Chris. And, like I said, Chris and I have a pretty big history together. We've been to a lot of shows, been to a lot of fairs. We've both been in the cosplay scene, and we both have a lot of stuff. And we've seen a lot of stuff. So with all of that being said,
With that being said,
what I'd like to
holy
ask
God.
you, a shield maiden. What is your vision of a shield maiden? What would you think of a shield maiden?
Well, fortunately, I've got a pretty good idea, probably more on the saga side, of what a shield maiden was. I've been listening to this podcast called Saga Thing, and they go through all the sagas and break everything down to the most boring detail. But it's been a really good source of information for saga information, not all necessarily historical, but the shield maiden was a woman warrior, more or less. They went out to battle the same as men. Some would literally just follow men into battle, carry their things, get them ready for battle, buckle them into their armor, hand them their shield, cook for them, take care of them. And a lot of them would fight. Some of them even led expeditions or raids, things like that, according to the sagas. But all that's kind of encompassed into the whole shield maiden concept. They did everything, literally everything, I guess.
Right.
How
It
about
was
you?
all part and parcel.
So again, for those of you who don't know who Paddy is, Paddy is a terrific actor. He is from Ireland. He has been in the
Why
Game
is
of
Karen
Thrones.
laughing?
She laughed at terrific.
We're gonna make bracelets. WTBS.
What
With
would?
that being said.
Oh, with that being said,
Nice.
yes.
That's fantastic. I love it.
Nice one.
But to go back to your career, you were in the TV show Vikings. You played a pagan priest. You were a
Yeah.
part of this. You were also a big part of Game of Thrones. So from a theatrical standpoint, what would be your vision of a shield maiden?
Right. Well, the shield maidens. Well, of course, being on Vikings, as a priest, seemingly I was a man that taught all the time. If I wasn't a pagan priest, I was a Saxon priest. I was a French, or a Saxon monk, or a French monk, or a pagan priest. But to see the Vikings coming in, like Joan Bergen, who was head of costume in Vikings. I mean, she studied, and they tried to make the costumes as much as possible when they made it in them times, But like little things. When I was doing the pagan priest, especially when I was going in to get a pagan priest, I could be called in and say, yeah, okay, Paddy, go to costume pagan priest today. And I'm like, oh, cool, this is going to be fun. Right. You know, so we get the costume on and go to makeup, and makeup would take a while because it's all this mad, you know, black and white and all different kind of colours and stuff. But they would be like, they'd make sure that the makeup was on the hand, and even if some makeup fell here, they'd leave it on it because they didn't have makeup artists to do it for them. They did it themselves, so it was kind of like make it all look kind of natural. But anyway, getting back to the Shield Maidens, it was just the presence of the Vikings, and when the ladies came in and got their costumes on, and they go to armory, and then they have their swords and their axes. You know, that's that fierce presence that they had. You know, even just sitting around drinking tea, just to see them on set, like the whole. The way they looked,
the persona,
they gave out that, you know, that you don't mess with me, you know what I mean? It's so, right. But that's.
So the person I really want to ask this to, Erik, we're going to get to you in a minute, right. But really, I would love to ask the opinion of a young lady like yourself. What is your vision? You know, what do you think a Shield Maiden is? What do they represent? You know.
Well, to me, they do represent a strong woman, empowered woman, and historically, females, Viking or you know Norse women, they were very strong, and they were. It was until Christianity came along that they start putting them down, and they start taking away that you know. That form that they were in their culture they had, and they were, you know, looked upon differently. So they took all that away. So they were very strong women, like he said. That I believe, and let's see if we get corrected in here, that they were warriors. They you know, I guess if they didn't go, I don't know historically, if they didn't go into battle, at least they were left to defend their, you know, so they needed to be knowledgeable of the
it really didn't matter if they did the
war,
cooking, it didn't matter if they did all this. They still had to know how to defend themselves, their children, and their home, you know, from whoever came through. So without further ado, you know, our resident historian, you know, Erik, you know,
now we're all going to be corrected.
Yes, correct us. Tell us the truth. Tell us what we need to know. Tell us what we're wrong about.
Well, you guys are not totally wrong. And technically, there even could be female berserkers.
Berserkers?
Yeah. Now, Valkyries have an early history that could be traced back to the Celts with their warrior goddesses. And then Valkyries were actually also mentioned in the sagas with the Saxons and the Anglos before they went to Britannia. And in early Norse mythology, Vikings were actually, or the Valkyries were actually very sinister. They would choose someone to die in battle. If they didn't like them, you know, they would actually make the fates work against them for him to actually die in battle. And then in the later age of the Viking, that's when the whole idea of Valkyries were romanticized. There's even stories about them to where they would actually take brutal men as their husbands and intermingle with them in relationships and stuff like that. And the term Shield Maiden actually is another word for Valkyrie.
Okay.
So, Hollywood's version of Shield Maiden basically says any woman that picked up a sword and shield was considered a Shield Maiden. You know, and that's not necessarily true, because if you find, for example, a woman buried with a rifle today, would you say she was in the army? You know, she could have just been defending her home or something like that. However, just like how the Earls and the Conans had the Huscarls, which were the elite warriors that guard them, the queen or high-ranking woman could actually have shield maidens, which was a term of honor given to them to defend her and her elite troop. That's one of the accounts to where the term shield maiden has been used.
Erik, can I ask you, was there a difference in dress sense between, how would you know the difference between a shield maiden and a Valkyrie?
I was about to ask that same sort of thing. No,
I'm sorry.
No, you're spot on.
I also was going to ask that question.
How would you know? Wait,
So
We have a sample, Erik.
So would this be a typical
this
shield
is a
maiden?
typical shield maiden, right? I mean, this is how they dressed.
No.
What? Why? What's wrong with that one?
Erik, are you okay? You're a little red.
Erik
It's not the
Red.
curtains. It's not the
Erik
curtain
the
behind
Red.
you. It's actually, you okay? We're the ones drinking the mead. I mean, you seem to be struggling here.
All right. Well, actually, we have a picture of a shield maiden
Yes, we do.
from the show Vikings. So as soon as
So
Karen comes
we want
back-
to show this one and see if this one's
As
a
soon as
little
Karen,
bit.
as soon as
This
Karen
one.
comes back,
As soon as our camera.
as soon as Karen comes with the picture that we're. Wait.
Yeah, with a shield. Is that
So-
more like it?
So is this more like?
Well, the other one is more like it. It's funny. The greatest meme I ever saw is about the role-playing games where how all the men want all the armor, the big swords, the big shields, but whenever they have women playing in role-playing games, they give her like a bikini of +5 protection, you know, and how it's supposed to protect her in battle.
Right. So I think we figured out with the two pictures which you prefer, but I guess again our question is which is more accurate.
The second one is more accurate because one, it's a very cold climate, so they wouldn't be walking around in a metal bikini, so to say.
Yeah, no, I'm just showing to Erik. So that'd be more accurate.
Yeah.
Yes, you
And,
have to show-
The other thing is, and getting back to Patty's original question, the Valkyries would be dressed like noble women or elegant armor and stuff like that. And where a shield maiden would be dressed to where however her jarl or queen was able to outfit them.
Right.
But there's also places to where Valkyries appear as either regular women, dressed as regular women, or even dressed up as swans. There's even
We talked about that this morning. Remember
Yeah.
we were saying that sometimes they could be swans. So Erik, we do have a question if I can interrupt you. So somebody's actually asking, how did the two terms get combined? How did it be? Do you know how the two terms actually got combined? It's such a great question. Who asked that question? Do we know?
what term? The term shield maiden or the term Valkyrie?
How does those
Well,
two?
let's have out either or.
Shield maiden and Valkyrie.
Yeah, shield maiden. Let's do both. If you
Well,
hang on 1 second, folks. He's googling right now. Give him a second, okay?
I have all my information already prepared. So, I always come prepared. Valkyrie, roughly translated, is choosers of the slave.
Of the slave, yeah.
Or, deciders of the honorable ones. They're the ones that would actually take the fallen warrior up to Valhalla. And
Only half of them. Let me correct you. Half of them
Yes.
go to Valhalla, and the other half go to Freya, which is what is it? Folkvanger Hall.
Yeah, so I tried to say that this morning
Yeah.
as we were doing our pre-stuff. Yeah, we were doing a little research this morning.
Because then Freya is involved
Yes,
in it too.
absolutely.
So,
She absolutely is. But I was sitting there trying to read the terms, and I'm such a bloke. It's just one of those, I just could not get any of it. I'm like, oh my God, this is ridiculous.
It's hard language.
It is a very hard language for me. It was funny because Patrick is sitting on the other couch looking at me like,
I'm not from
Freya
Minnesota.
also specifically had 9 Valkyries with her.
Yes.
And would also accompany her dressed as swans. So, and then the term shield maiden is actually another definition for Valkyries that was later adopted because of the show Vikings and because of them discovering women warriors. They automatically got labeled and used the term for shield maidens. There's various resources out there that are saying that there's no evidence.
Yeah, there's
Now,
excavations of.
This is old stuff that there was not really women found in battle, but they're now doing reconstructive and archaeological finds are actually finding that there actually were women warriors out there. It's actually pretty common in ancient cultures for women to actually either join in the battle, participate in the battle, or act as backup staff. Like Chris said earlier, you would find them in the camp helping out, or if the camp got overrun, they actually would pick up arms and be called the arms. And there is even some accounts to where an actually
I think it's simple.
women warrior led raiding parties
So
on
with
ships
him,
and stuff.
just grumbling.
John, you're being picked up the microphone there talking.
Yeah, you picked the microphone, but we have a question. Does she
Oh, I know.
Oh,
But
okay.
he can keep going. He's fine. Let him talk because this young lady sitting next to me, she's an incredibly important young lady.
I know, I
The top
understand.
one.
Do you have apple sizer, golden sizer? Yes, we do.
See that? So, Erik, I love the sound of your voice and everything else like that, but I think she's a little bit more attractive than you are.
Oh,
I'm just saying.
There's a question
that's
on there for Erik.
blooded.
There's a question for Erik?
John, there's a
He
question
does
for
have a
Erik.
good timbre to his voice, though, I will say.
What about hell?
Hell. What about hell? Hell is
no.
for
So
hell.
hang on, real quick before you go into that. Again, where are we? We're at the Brimming Horn Meadery, and I want to make sure that everybody understands that. So all around us, we have all of this wonderful mead. We have the horns. We have everything else.
And cider.
So and cider.
So, tumbler?
I feel like I'm being buttered up right now.
Oh no, absolutely not.
You do
No,
know
relax,
what
relax,
you know
relax.
what you're walking yourself into, right?
Yes, yeah.
Alright.
You're in
So,
trouble.
so what I wanted to ask you is what is one of your favorite meads? What is it that
One
you
of my
enjoy the
favorite
most?
meats. Okay, so I'm gonna say this with a
Wolfwoods.
shadow of a doubt.
Wolfwoods.
That's true. Okay, so I have 2. All right, thanks, Chris. Probably the meadery favorite, employees and customers alike, hands down, is going to be Svartalfar, the black currant meads. Another personal favorite of mine is Wolfwoods, which is a traditional Viking style mead that's juniper berries and hops, and it's fantastic.
Personal favorite.
So,
Yes.
if you don't mind, would you mind giving us a sample? Can we get one?
Of Svartalfar? Sure. Yeah, and Wolfwoods. Do you want that too?
Absolutely.
Sure.
please. How
I'll be
about,
right back.
How about
Thank
can
you.
you
Wait a
can you actually make us a
A flight.
yeah.
Yeah.
Can you do you guys
Can
want a
we do
long
like
one
a
or do you
four?
want
Yeah, let's do a long
yeah,
flight.
let's do a long flight. Can we do a long flight? So we can actually do a little sampling as Erik is explaining the mythology for
Yes.
us. Sure. Awesome. Cool.
The mythos.
Erik, we're going to toast these to you because you are not here. But hang on before we toast. I will say this again. Next weekend, you will be here. You will be with me and my entourage.
Woohoo!
Next weekend, because again, next weekend we have a massive announcement that
Yes.
we're going to make,
Yes.
and we can't wait. And we're having a really hard time, keeping it secret because some of us have a gift for gab, and we tend to
Yes,
ramble
John.
on. And
Yes,
again,
John.
With that
But
being
with
said,
that being said-
with that being said, we need to move forward, and so we're going to move forward. So again,
He
I want
says
to give
it
a
all the
toast
time.
because Erik, your knowledge is wonderful. We love you, and we cannot wait to see you next weekend.
The hell question.
Oh yeah, and you still
he
need to
will.
answer the hell question
Skull.
as we're waiting.
Skull.
Skull. Sláinte.
And Erik, when you're coming next week, bring some of that cider you were talking about, or that apple mead you were talking about.
That won't be ready for another 2 months.
Ah, shite.
So anyway,
you'll still be here. What are you talking about? You're not
anyway,
going home anytime soon.
Eric, someone asked, what about hell?
Yes.
But this is we're talking about the warriors that go.
Yeah. So if
It's different.
Right. So correct me if I'm wrong. Hel is one of Loki's children.
Yes.
Okay.
She's Loki's daughter.
Daughter.
Yes. Okay. So she's the daughter of Loki, and there's a very, very interesting dynamic to her and how Odin has placed her and all of that. And it's a wonderful story and it's great and it's in the sagas. But I think for tonight we really, really want to concentrate on
She's like the underworld goddess.
Yeah. She's the goddess of the underworld. But we really want to talk about the Valkyries because we're really looking at Valhalla and we're really looking at Odin and Freya and those sorts of things. So again, going back to the Valkyries, what is your interpretation of a Valkyrie? Because you have the Hollywood version, much like the modern day version of what people think Vikings are with the horn because it was from the opera. You have these images of the Hollywood version of a Valkyrie, but what is your interpretation of what an actual Valkyrie could have looked like or could have been, and what the Norse actually believed that they were?
I can easily sum it up easily. My interpretation of a Valkyrie, and I may be ticking off some people by saying this.
But that's why you're on. I mean, I love when you do this.
Christian angels.
Yeah. I knew you were going to go there. Absolutely.
Yeah, the Valkyries evolved into Christian angels because Valkyries were female, and then in Christianity they say the angels are either neither sex, but they do have feminine features and stuff like that.
They turned them into seraphims or something, I think.
Bridging the gap of the religions to where you can see how Norse mythology actually greatly influenced Christianity.
Right.
Definitely.
Well, the other thing about the Valkyries, as
Talent.
I read.
Talent has a question.
Okay.
Now, did the Valkyrie actually ride Pegasus? Or
No.
is that a fun common Hollywood?
No, Pegasus is from another pantheon. That's Greek pantheon talent. But they did have what they call, and this is what I read, and in my researches and everything that I've done on the Valkyrie, that they have like a skin that they put, because for what I understand, they're humans who have special powers, okay? But they're humans that they come from very noble heritage. That's why they're very fair skinned, because they one of the things that they could tell socially, class-wise, is that the fairer your skin, the less you were in the sun working, laboring. So that's a way that you know how, and then there are few with dark hair, but and what I've learned is that there was another story simultaneously that was going on. If you read the poetic sagas and the Eddas, there's so many stories there, and they all kind of somehow they intertwine. Okay, so there was this king who had they saw eight Valkyries. Okay. But there was skin that they put on them that had feather. It was swan skin that they wore, and that gave them the ability for the feathers and them to fly. Okay. Yes, they do have horses, but they're the ones who can fly.
And again, I think that's where the whole relationship with Christianity comes in, because again, it's Catholic schools and Christianity, they teach angels can fly. They're descended from heaven.
Correct.
And they have these beautiful white wings. And again, it's you can make that correlation between what an angel is and what a Valkyrie is. And again, when you look at a lot of religion and you look at a lot of the Christianity, when you go through churches, what do you see when you see angels? What are archangels?
Yeah.
Archangels, they have these elaborate wings, beautiful wings, but what do they have? They have swords, and they have shields, and they have these things, and it makes you wonder where that came from. How did that develop?
All these ancient civilizations all shared very similar.
Commonality.
Yes.
Yeah.
I mean, Thor was some people argue is basically was their version of Hercules.
Right.
And I mean, they across the board, the early Germanic people believed a lot of the same stuff that the Vikings believed, and that just kept on going up, and then into Christianity. And
Well, it's so funny because
It all
here
gets
we are.
mixed.
We are in the Meadery.
Yes.
Okay. And the Valkyries were known. They're like the hostess at Valhalla. They provided the mead to all the warriors that they took to Valhalla, and what they do when they say they chose who they're going to die in battle or whatever, is because they are kind of getting warriors for Odin, for Ragnarok.
So let's pause
So
right there.
prepare them for Ragnarok.
Right. Okay. So let's go back to Erik, because in some of the things that I've been reading as well, it says when there is a battle going on, the ones who are who are losing their lives, those are the ones actually being chosen by the Valkyries.
The Valkyries.
So
Yes.
I mean, so my question would be: is it really the Valkyries that are kind of looking at the best warriors on the battlefield and saying, "I choose you, and I choose you, and I choose you," and they are taking them up to Valhalla, and they are presenting them to Odin, and then they're like giving them the the VIP treatment like you experienced last night?
Uh-huh.
I don't know. There's a picture of you partying on a boat somewhere in Ocean City last night. I'm just saying.
All right.
So what is your take on that, Erik?
Well, it's a great thing because you mentioned something that I want to go back to.
Sure.
You said the Valkyries were serving the slain warriors in Valhalla. The thing about that, and it's even known that royalty would actually serve their guest. It's not demeaning, it's actually a sign of respect, and it's actually that you're being served by the Valkyrie,
Right, so it's not a subservient
No.
type of serving. It is a sign of respect and.
Right. Now, and to answer your question, John, some Valkyries actually trained the warriors that they chosen to be slain. Valkyries would actually choose a young warrior and actually teach him the ways so that when he is chosen to actually have the knowledge in Valhalla to be able to help Odin.
Yeah.
So, with
Our Valkyrie
our Valkyrie
is going to serve us.
Yes, she is, and here she comes.
Look.
You gotta back up, Pat. It's gotta be.
Oh.
Actually, it will fit.
It will fit.
Look at
Look at that,
Yes.
fantastic.
And I made you guys a cheat sheet.
Thank you.
Oh, we're not the ones who need the cheat sheet. You're going to explain everything, so I'm going to put you
Oh,
on the
goodness
spot.
gracious.
Here, wait.
Because there's some on there that we don't have on our board.
As you,
Oh, wow.
I only want the prayers.
start,
Okay.
we'll do a meat question.
Okay.
I got to put it on you.
Okay.
I have a Meade question.
So I'm going to, before you start, I just want to say.
So this is mine. Where's theirs?
If I'm not
I don't know why you're laughing
responsible,
at.
if I am not responsible if this goes off the rails because there's a lot of alcohol at this table now.
Solely responsible.
It's not allowed.
So I'm not responsible
just
for
little
anything that happens
bits.
here.
Alright, hold up.
Okay, little bits.
right.
Remember what happened last weekend when we told the guy with the little bits and what
Shush,
happened?
question.
Okay.
Can we order the meat to be shipped?
Absolutely.
Yes.
So we ship to 42 states, I believe, through a website called VenoShipper. And pretty much any state that allows shipping to your home, we can do. Unfortunately, we can't ship in our own state.
No.
Kind of sucks.
Still
Yeah.
40.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Ship international?
No, not at this time. We want to.
Yeah, but you
Eventually.
could ship to me, and I could take a
In
tax,
Maryland.
and then I could ship on your behalf.
I mean,
I'm just saying.
I know what you're talking about.
Right, exactly.
Yes.
Right?
Good answer.
Alright, there you guys go.
Okay,
We're
so
going to delete that later for federal reasons.
so let's start down here.
Okay.
Oh.
What?
I broke it.
Number.
Actually, can I start you the other way?
Absolutely,
Yeah.
sure,
Okay.
absolutely.
Sure,
This
yeah.
is your show.
Yep. So normally when we fill out a flight,
Uh-huh.
this is how we're going to set it up.
What's it called?
A
Flight.
flight. A sample flight. I know I keep wanting to look at you guys.
No, look at us.
So it's not
Ignore,
good.
ignore them. Look at
Okay.
us.
Right, it's a
Call
flight.
Maide.
So it's a sample flight. We like to set it up like a traditional wine tasting, where you're going to taste everything from driest to sweetest, or least complex to most complex, or a combination of both. So the way I've set this up, you're going to see it's not numerical order, and yeah, there's some random letters on here. I was very nice and threw in some ones that aren't on the tasting menu right now.
Oh,
We're being
Sweet.
special.
We do feel
With
special.
special.
We discussed them, so I had to get them on there for you.
She is a Valkyrie.
Yes. Yes.
So
Every sense.
our first one there.
Sorry you're
that's-
not here, Erik, to taste it, but you know, tough shit.
You get to watch.
Sorry, go on.
It's fine. So your first one there is Beyond Bar Dry. So that's going to be a dry blackberry mead that we offer. That's going to be the first thing you want to drink in a tasting is a dry.
I like dry,
Yeah,
and I really like this.
yeah.
I think.
What's that?
To Virginia.
I do believe Virginia is one of the states.
I'm sorry.
If
You're not getting to taste
Well, you
it.
can't share it because of the whole social distance thing and stuff, and we can't share shots.
Oh,
and
so
glasses.
I'm drinking all of this.
You can drink
Yeah.
all that. I'm waiting for the sweet when she says sweet.
When she gets sweet, and that's when you guys take over.
I just want the Freya's kiss.
Yeah, definitely
This
go
is
look on our
good.
website. It'll tell you on there what states we'll ship to, and you can order
She
it.
probably
right
doesn't
from
have
our
she needs a
website.
microphone.
Yeah.
Do you have a meat
So-
club that
We
people
have a
can
meat
join?
club.
Is it open enrollment right now?
I'm going to be honest with you. I'm not sure on that answer.
Okay.
Because COVID and I just came back to work. So I'm.
Yeah.
Fair enough.
Oh, good. Yeah, there we go. So people can hear me.
Yeah, you can do
Yes.
it properly.
All right.
Yeah, so.
So do you want me to move on?
Yeah,
Okay.
John's drinking that one.
Okay. So the next one in line is called Russian Donkey. This, yes, you
Why
can.
did you laugh?
So it is inspired by a Moscow mule, and it is a session mead style.
They gave
Yes.
us to me because I'm the resident ass.
I'll drink to that.
So that's going to be a session style mead. It's a little bit lower ABV than standard and lightly carbonated. Gives it a nice crisp
Very
mouthfeel.
good. Very good.
So the next one in line is going to be lime spruce, and that is also a session style mead. It's going to be very citrusy and refreshing.
Okay.
I mean, sweet. When does the sweet start?
The sweet's coming.
The next one?
The next one is a semi-sweet.
All right.
Oh, this is good.
Like that?
Yes. Thank you.
You're welcome.
I'm trying to sip this and be polite because he took it like a shot. He was like, oh, okay, that's good. What's the
It's
next?
typical Chris.
Well, I just drank a full mug of it almost.
Yeah, he did.
So where are we going? We're going from semi-sweet up.
Yep, the next three will be semi-sweets,
Next
and then
three are
after
mine.
that it'll be sweet.
The next three are mine, right?
No, these are the sweet ones here. These are
Which
the
one
ones
is
you
Freya's
want.
Kiss?
That's
The one
I
that
want.
the next one is Freya's
This
Kiss.
is Freya's Kiss.
Yep.
She wants Freya's Kiss. You gotta give it to them.
That's all I want. That's it.
On then.
Hey, save it for these three. These are the three you want.
Yes, those are the three.
Yep.
To
So that one's Freya's
this
Kiss.
is about
Freya's
three
Kiss?
sent to Freya.
That is one of our flagship meads.
Yes, it is very good. We've
Yes.
had a lot of that. So this one.
That
let's think
is
about
your
it.
golden sizer
Oh,
that we
somebody
discussed.
wants to
This is going to go to the crew,
All right.
to the production crew.
the production.
Hashtag production crew.
Hashtag production crew. Hashtag wear shampoo.
And then we need
Now you get the last sweet
opinion.
one.
Oh, wow.
Like that.
Yes. That was
Just
interesting.
just apple and honey. It's fantastic.
Yep.
I'm sorry. Did I go to where? No, I went to actually Sussex Tech in Georgetown.
Oh, that's a question someone.
I heard I
asked
have a twin somewhere though. It must be in Smyrna.
me. Okay, so that
So
one.
the rest of them are fucking mine.
Okay.
You had enough.
Are you ready?
Yeah, what's this one?
This is Pomona's pear. It's going to be honey and pear.
Pear. I remember a little
Yeah,
pear.
that sounds good.
Yes,
It's
that
worse
one
than
is
yours.
fantastic.
Yeah, the rest.
I'm going to
are
say
good.
everything's good because I do like everything.
Oh, you like
And no, I'm not
it.
obligated. I just do like
You
everything.
You like it.
You like that?
Yeah.
You might have to fight Chris for the next one.
Pomonas?
Yeah.
You might have to fight Chris for the next one, or I might fight you for it.
Not even pear cider. I wouldn't even drink pear
Isn't it
cider.
Pomonas
Yeah.
a horse?
That was nice.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was nice.
All right, so your next one's going to be Wolfwoods, which is going to be the traditional Viking style. So who do I have to fight for it?
No, he can have it.
There you go. Come on,
Production
Beth.
crew. Hashtag production crew.
Beth, come around this way. Come on, Beth. Come around this way.
Say my blood type.
Don't
is
do what I did.
Wolfwood, so.
Don't do what you did.
And walk right in front of the camera.
Okay.
Okay, that must have been really
okay.
good because she did that.
Now she likes that one.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
So good.
Okay.
All right, so our next one is called Zambezi.
Oh, that's my
So this is a traditional
I just
varietal
got
honey.
this for Edward. Here it comes, baby.
Sweet.
So this honey comes from the Zambian rainforest.
Very sweet, is it?
It's quite sweet, yes, very rich.
Little
Little bit of a
flavor to it.
tobacco
Brown sugar.
tone in it.
Is it brown sugar that's in it?
Want some?
Yeah.
This is sugar.
There is a tobacco.
You got me on that one. I try to be as professional as I can, but
Yeah, it says dark sugar.
he says dark sugar, it's okay.
What?
You take
Here,
one bottle of this
wait,
before I
no.
leave.
Yeah.
No.
What if we talk about Vikings and Valkyries?
I've never seen people fight over
Sorry,
me.
Erik.
I know,
Eric,
we feel so
well,
bad for you, Eric.
well,
Eric,
the
next
meat-
weekend, I promise you.
Eric, you're not missing anything really.
We're talking about the meat horn, you know, with the Valkyries, they gave meat to their
Oh,
Are
yeah,
you gonna
yeah.
get a whole one yet?
What?
Okay, what's that one? Maybe Patty gets to get that one.
I know you do. I know
Oh,
you
yeah,
do. I
yeah.
can't
I
wait
should
to get
get one. I
yours.
didn't get one yet.
So this one's interesting. This one's called Gift of Venus. It is a quince blossom honey with added quince fruit. It's quite sweet. It drinks like an ice wine, similar to an ice wine, if anybody's ever had that. Quince.
Quince.
Yes. Quince is kind of like an apple and a pear in one.
In one?
In
Oh,
one.
that sounds nice.
Alcoholic orgasm.
Yes.
That's what it should be called.
I'm quite fond of that
Can I
one.
change seats?
Okay, let someone else have the last one.
All right, so the very last one
Who's on
is the one that I said is hands down the meadery favorite. This is Svartalfar, which is going to be a black currant mead.
This is more of a John mead. This is more of a wine, and I'm not a wine guy.
It drinks kind of like a port wine.
Yeah, I can't do that.
Quick, John, quick!
Quick! I'll keep it back this time.
She's not going to like it.
Sip,
No?
sip, sip, sip.
Are you being serious? You're
Yeah.
not gonna like it?
Well, he
Yes,
knows,
absolutely
yeah.
serious. You're not going to like it.
Well, don't make faces on camera. Hide.
I'm surprised about that.
It's not
Yes, it
over a
works.
tape.
That was good.
This is so, yeah.
It's
This is so
I
good.
can see
That
it.
is a staple in my
You're more of a
house.
wine man, isn't it?
Yeah.
I keep that at home for sure.
If they served that for
Excellent.
communion, I'd go to church.
You know what? So would
Oh my
I.
gosh.
So would I. I'd go up 3 or 4 times.
Yeah.
Didn't I just see you? No.
Down and around the back.
It's pull the hair back, braid it real quick. Oh, I'm somebody different, you know. The
blood vote.
whatever. Yeah.
Yeah. So we are.
So,
With
yeah,
that being
we're-
said,
With that being
Yes.
said,
With that being
With
drank.
that being said, and with this being drank,
thank you so much.
yes,
Absolutely.
this was
That was great.
fantastic. This is
Yeah,
good.
very good.
So, I do want to thank you for allowing us to do this here.
Do this.
Yeah,
You guys are
absolutely.
very kind. You're very generous. We love you guys so much.
We love you
And,
guys too. You know that.
This has been great.
Awesome.
Yeah,
So
so-
we're gonna steal the mic back up.
Oh yeah, go right ahead.
And then what we're going to get into now, we're coming to the end of our segment.
You want me to take that out of the way?
If you don't mind,
Yeah.
thank you so much.
Thank you so much.
Thank you, guys.
Quick question, John.
Yes.
Do they do axe throwing? Here?
No.
No, not here.
No, axe throwing and alcohol is
Not
no,
good.
it's-
Hashtag
Recipe.
stay tuned.
Yeah, recipe for disaster. Yeah.
Talk about.
So, yeah, Eric, thank you for your time. Hang on, don't
Thanks,
go anywhere
Eric.
yet. We appreciate everything. So we have a little bit of housekeeping to tidy up with.
Yeah.
We have our giveaway. Everybody.
First of all, can we ask? Maybe we can ask because of well as questions, because we were talking about Valkyries and Shield Maidens.
Yeah.
Just a curious question for the ladies out there. If you had an opportunity,
Yes.
if you had an opportunity to train as a Shield Maiden or a Valkyrie, would you be interested?
I mean,
Oh, hell yes.
you know,
I'm
so-
not asking you. I'm asking. But
we
okay.
knew you. I mean, you've already trained.
Right.
You scare me sometimes.
So,
but-
maybe like the likes of Vikings and that. If you had an opportunity to train what they did
would
in the
be
battle
neat.
scenes, would
Let
you
us
be?
know.
Yeah, let us know in the comments. Would you
put
be
it-
interested?
Yeah, put it in the comments below if you want to train, or if you had an opportunity to train as a Shield Maiden, to train as a Valkyrie. I mean, would you take it? I mean, just you know, we'd love to know. You know, if you would take it.
Yeah.
Yeah, let's see the hearts.
Let's see
Hearts
hearts.
for Paddy. Always hearts for Paddy. Come on, give me the hearts, girl.
and
No,
don't forget-
angry for the angry orchard.
No,
No,
he
heart-
gets
I
hearts.
always get
I'm
hearts.
the one that gets the angry faces.
Oh, and I get the smiley face.
You get the
then.
smiley faces, I get the angry faces, he gets the thumbs up, you know, you get the hearts.
Yeah, I always get the hearts.
So again, yeah, let us know in the comments below if you guys would want to participate in something. You know, if you had an opportunity.
If you had an opportunity, especially the girls, this is just for the girls.
This is kind of for the girls. You know,
If
we'd
you
love to
had an
know.
opportunity to train
It's
as
ladies'
a
night.
Valkyrie,
It is ladies'
It's
night.
ladies' night.
It is ladies'
Yeah,
night.
ladies'
Yeah.
or
night.
Shield
Ladies.
Maiden, let us know.
Yeah, Shield Maiden or Valkyrie. With it being ladies' night, we had a beautiful Valkyrie. Give us some great drinks tonight. This
Yes.
mead was. I told you guys before. This mead is fantastic.
Delicious.
It is.
You know, I'd put it up against
Best.
anybody.
The cider
It
is
is the
delicious.
best.
Cider is delicious.
It is. It is.
Best. Goes with everything.
So we had a giveaway tonight.
Right.
Whoever commented below, you were entered into a giveaway.
giveaway.
And it was a
reading.
free.
Yeah,
it
we're
was a
giving
free
away
reading.
Keyla. Oh, sorry, no.
That.
We're
Well,
just-
I am single though, you know.
Oh, yeah, that
Single
boys.
girl.
Yeah,
Okay.
one for the boys.
Okay. We did say it's ladies' night, so I have to let that go. You know. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and pick a random number as soon as my production staff gives me the go ahead.
The shake it,
the
shake it,
You know.
Shake
Shake it like a Polaroid picture.
Absolutely. You know, he's going to go home at some point in time, and I really can't wait.
Oh.
You're gonna fucking miss
So
me. when
shake
I'm done.
it,
Shake it like a Polaroid picture. All right, go on. What do you got?
Shake it.
Shake it, will ya?
One, no? One.
There we go.
Oh, 17.
17.
Dora!
Turn around and show the camera. 17.
Jeffrey Lloyd!
Jeffrey.
Congratulations, you have won a
Jeffrey
free
Lloyd,
reading.
congratulations. You just won Keyla.
She's all yours.
She's now yours. She is all yours. And make Odin help you.
She likes long walks on the beach.
We have a no return policy. Once out of the box is yours.
Non-refundable.
Non-refundable. Non-refundable. Okay, folks, we've had a
Okay,
wonderful time
are we wrapping
tonight. Yeah, we're gonna go ahead and wrap everything up.
Do we have to mention about the axe throw and all that stuff? Or-
We can pick that up again.
We're gonna
We
pick
can
up.
pick it up
Yeah,
now?
we're gonna talk
Okay.
about that next weekend.
But
so.
next weekend,
Oh, you guys have got
Next
to tune
weekend.
in next weekend.
Yeah.
Next weekend we have a major announcement for Vikings Con. We're so excited. We've been having a hard time keeping it a secret, and we were supposed to wait 2-3 more weeks before we announced this, but we just can't. We can't wait that long. So
GreyBeard's very impatient.
yes,
Yes, he
GreyBeard
is.
is very impatient.
Yes.
So first of all, thank everybody for participating with GreyBeard Talks To. I really appreciate everybody. I love you guys. I want to thank my beautiful wife who works the camera, all the behind the scenes stuff. Normally my daughter's here, but she decided to bail out on us tonight. But she did a wonderful job on her today at the beach. Her little comments was fantastic. I need to thank Beth for helping us out because she stepped up. And Chris, thank you for joining us tonight because it was fantastic.
I haven't seen you in a while.
Love seeing
Yeah.
you. We haven't seen you in a while, and it's really good to see you. So,
And the stuff
with
here
that
and the
being
meeting.
said, oh wait, one more time. We need to make sure we thank our backers.
Yes.
Hey guys, we're signing off.
The Brimming
Later.
Horn.
Thank
Thank you.
And again, Brimming Horn. You guys
Brimming
got to check
Horn
them out.
in Milton.
With that being said,
thanks to Keyla.
With that
thanks to
being said,
Kayla. We love you guys.
Thanks to you, John.
We love you guys. We're gonna sign off.
And thanks to you for tuning in.
For tuning in and putting up with us.
I cannot wait to read
Yes.
this. Just hit finish.